You ever just sit there and think to yourself why you're doing this? Why you're creating art? Do you actually like doing it, or you just convinced yourself that you like doing it? Because let's get real. Art can be painful and it's not an easy process. Every day you're gonna sit behind a canvas or a piece of paper and you're gonna think, what the hell am I doing? Is this really worth it? Why am I spending almost all my time painting and drawing? And then you're so excited to share it with people because, art has to be seen. But then you share it and then boom. Nothing. Not so many people like your work. You don't get the recognition that you wanted and you feel frustrated. Like, what am I doing wrong? If you feel that way, then this video is definitely for you. Hello, if this is your first time here, I'm Shima and I'm an artist. And today I want to rant about my feelings. And let's just watch the process of how I make this oil painting while we are going to talk about this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I sit and paint every day. Literally, I sit and paint every day. And I'm so excited when I do that. It doesn't get boring for me at all. It never does, to be honest. This is something that I really love to do. But there are some moments then you feel disappointed, you feel discouraged, and the first reason is that you start comparing yourself to other artists. I call it the I suck spiral. There is nothing actually worse than looking at your art and thinking, I'm not good at this. I really suck. And there are like millions of other people doing this so much better than you. And you're always thinking, should I even bother creating anymore? Should I just give up and go do something else? Like, be an engineer like your dad wanted you to be? These are the moments that make you really frustrated and you just want to destroy every piece that you made and go do something else. For me, that happened a lot, and it still happens a lot when you're putting all of your effort, all of your potential into something that you feel like it's your calling or whatever, and you don't even know why you're creating or why you're so enthusiastic about creating art or painting or doing some artistic projects. It can be rewarding sometimes, but at the same time, it can really feel frustrating because most of the people who are not actually in the art field, when they look at somebody's work, they're gonna think, oh my God, you're so talented. Talent can be a part of that, but 99% is that me actually trying and working my ass off. It's not like all talent and I was born with this significant thing that I could do anything I want. So most of people think that you have this special talent or whatever, that there is no effort coming and there is nothing that you're doing extra to achieve what people see. And that's really annoying, to be honest, because they don't see the struggles. They all think, oh, you're a painter. That must be fun. I remember back in university, I was studying animation and visual effects, and I had this housemate. She was actually studying engineering, and every time she used to come to my room and we used to chat, she was so excited and she was like, oh man, I wish I was doing your thing. In my mind, I was thinking, yo, you can't. I mean, if you want to, if you really love doing it, but seriously, sitting behind a computer for so many hours and do these crazy things with 3D animation and all the technical work and all the artistic aspects, it's a lot of work. It's not easy. And coming from a major of multimedia, I know that it can be challenging, like all the aspects of art. It doesn't matter if you're making sculptures, movies, you're making animations, you're painting, you're doing photography, whatever. It needs a lot of skills, a lot of hours sitting behind a desk, having shoulder pains, having neck pains, having headaches, having to deal with a lot of fumes from oil and turpentine. Yeah, we like it, we love it, blah, 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 but we can get cancer. And the thing that pisses me off is that artists used to be one of the greatest, most creative, most appreciated people on earth back then. I'm not saying all the time. I'm not talking about some painters that were not appreciated for their new style or whatever. I'm saying in general, they had more value in society. They used to get so much respect for what they were doing. That's what I'm trying to say. But fortunately or unfortunately, because of social media, every artist has to go through some spiral of self-doubt, hate, discouragement, disappointment. And I'm one of those artists. And people will say like, oh, you're like another artist nagging about this. Yes, I am. Because what I'm saying on social media, you have to always have something creative to say and make videos and take so many days editing those videos. And then you upload that video online and then you get like 100 views. And it's such a disappointment that you see a cat video is gonna get more views than you. This is the ugly truth about social media, which we all know, but somehow most people have time to spend on extra bullshit things than on looking at the process video of how an artist put all his sweat and tears to make that piece of art interesting for you to watch 30 seconds of a video. And most people even don't watch that. So after all this rant, you're gonna ask yourself why I actually make art at all. Honestly, I ask myself that question every day because, as I said before, you can get a lot of discouragement from social media and the people's behavior online that you're gonna give up. Like, you cannot go to the galleries because they have this mafia thing going on. And let's be honest, most of the works that are in the galleries, they suck. And you're gonna go there and see all these works with this expensive price tags. And you're gonna ask yourself, am I missing something here? That's another thing. You get disappointed from galleries, you get disappointed from social media, and you still create and you still think like, why the hell am I doing this, right? I tried to give up so many times. I told myself, that's it. I'm not gonna create. I need a break. I think I did that for like 3 days. And that's the maximum of a break that I could have. Because after that 3 days, you feel like this itch. And I don't know, you can call it an addiction or a calling or whatever you want to call it. But you cannot leave it. So you'll go back to it again somehow. And it's the same scenario all over again. You're going to feel all those frustrations and disappointments every time you go back at art and creating. Why I don't give up? Because to me, art is a language. Some people use words, some people run marathons, and for some reason, we choose to draw weird things. We choose to paint and we choose to create. Even if nobody sees what you create, it's like a therapy for us. So art helps us process things. You can get rid of stress, anxiety, or boredom, whatever. I feel like it's a way of taking all the chaos out of your head and putting it somewhere outside of yourself, if that makes any sense. Another thing is that it's not just about being good. Remember when we were kids, we were creating art, we never thought about these things at all. We were never looking for appreciation. We were never looking for somebody else's approval. And we were just creating nonstop without thinking, should I sell this? How can I sell this online? Can I market myself? Or all that crap. We were just creating because we loved doing it. I feel like for most of artists, it was like a calling. It's like, I don't know, like the higher version of you telling you in this lifetime, you should create. And it doesn't really matter if you get seen or not. You will never leave that. So for me, the only reason that I still sit here and still create every day is that. Because it can get frustrating. Like, for example, I'm working on my YouTube channel for almost 2 years now. I don't have any subscribers. I still didn't get monetized. I'm still editing videos. I'm still creating. I'm still painting. I'm still multitasking and all those things. Sometimes I just want to make some goofy videos because Let's be honest, those videos, they go viral. And not everybody is gonna just sit and watch your whole video online, because most of the people, they don't care about art. They're surrounded by it and they don't even know that they cannot live without it, but they rather watch something stupid or goofy online than spend 10 minutes of their time watching your whole video. And that can get annoying. With all these things that people don't care, blah, 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 then this happens. Like, I remember one time, like not just one time, so many times, people come to my DMs and tell me like, your art is amazing. I felt something with your art, or your art really inspires me. Those are the moments that can be really rare, but when it happens, it's such a rewarding feeling. It doesn't matter if millions of people appreciate what you create, but if only one person comes to you, put the effort of writing you something and telling you that they appreciate your art, I think that's more than enough for an artist. And of course, it's not the perfect scenario, but still it can be rewarding. So what I'm saying is, you're impacting people without even seeing it. And that for me alone is something that makes me inspired just a little bit to just go back and create art. The moral of the story is that we are terrible judges of our own work. Let's be honest. Just because you don't see people reacting doesn't mean your art is bad. And you should just not give up and keep trying. So another thing that I want to talk about is this: how to keep making art without losing your mind. The first thing is that stop trying to be perfect. There are those moments that you create something and you think to yourself like, I cannot get better than this. And then you post it online and people don't react the same way that you thought they're gonna. But then again, you create something that is just like, not so much effort, it's not even one of your best works, and people react to it differently and you're shocked like, why people like this so much? So you never know, like maybe something that you create is boring or not very good, but people like that. That happened to me a lot actually. So the other thing that you can do is that make art for yourself. If you're making art for other people, you're gonna lose yourself in between. You can get so lost of pleasing people that you're not gonna think about what was the message behind your art in the first place. And that is something that can make you feel burned out because you don't enjoy art anymore. You don't enjoy the process and you don't enjoy the result. You just make something for other people to appreciate and then you're gonna get lost. The other thing is that take a break, but don't quit. If you feel burnout, if you feel really tired, go watch a movie. Don't create. You don't have to. Go outside or go shopping or I don't know, do something else. You don't have to create every day because you can get burned out. For me, that happens, but not so often, to be honest, because I really enjoy making art. Even when I'm not making art, I'm either buying something related to art, I'm going to an art supply shop, or I'm watching art videos of other artists. So when I take a break, I mostly do those things. And it's really fun. So after all, should you even make art? Well, honestly, I don't know. But here's a better question. Can you actually stop? Go without making art for 3 months. If you could live without it, then congratulations, you're not an artist. Pain-free, no challenge, no frustration. You can just go ahead and do something else with your life. But if after 3 months, if that's the maximum an artist could survive without creating, if you couldn't live without creating for 3 months, then I feel sorry for you. You're an artist. You should just deal with this pain and suffering and all that misery because it's not gonna get easier for you. Although it can be painful, art is magic. You're creating magic. And I remember one of my friends told me, I don't like to call myself an artist, I'm a creator. You're creating things out of a white piece of paper or a canvas. You're creating something out of nothing. All this, these are just stuff. What you create with this stuff matters. I'm not trying to make a motivating, inspiring video here. I'm trying to be honest, because that's the reality. If you could live without art for 3 months, as I said, congratulations, you're not an artist. But if you couldn't, then welcome to this world. It's a shit show, and you're invited to just sit and watch and learn. Let me know in the comments what you think about creating. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you really appreciate art, go and watch my other videos so I can get this channel monetized. Thanks for watching. See you next time.